We try to raise awareness and we try to bring attention to this tragedy and catastrophe. But the Sudanese government is more stronger than us as a Darfurian because they have this money they buying and sell what. And this is a book that which is look very nice and supported by the Sudanese government to the African Islamic community here or Islamic African community in the United States of America, which is wrote by Al-Hajj Mori Salah Khan. He is from Washington, D.C., and claimed that the only Jews and Christians try to push this case and try to campaign or try to put Sudan under pressure because it's a Muslim state, and I'm Muslim, and therefore is 100% Muslims and being killed by a regime who claim that ruling a Muslim state. So it's not an issue about Islam or Judaism or Christianity. Now the issue about racial and something called or so-called urbanism. And urbanism in that region is sort of Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, and Jordan and Lebanon. There is people who been live there for more than 500 years. Until this moment, they don't have even a nationality, and they cannot claim that they belong to those countries, especially in Saudi Arabia and Emirates, Arab, who's backing Sudan now, plus Egypt. They have ambitions in northern of Sudan, and they try to keep Sudan as weak as it is to submit their demand after demand. And all the countries or the people who try to back Sudan in this time, they know that this is the weakest Sudanese government ever Sudan has. That's why they try to get whatever they want at this moment, because if there is a democracy in Sudan where more than 300 people who make the decision, so it is very difficult for someone to get what he wants without approval of the parliament. But now it is one-man show. He can do whatever he wants, and he will. Before France and Egypt, Russia, China, and Pakistan and Algeria, those people who try to just throw some ash in the people's eyes, not to see what the real. So the reality is the genocide is going on in Sudan. Rape as a weapon, not only something that someone who can think about it, but some of the elite group in Sudan or in Khartoum, they sit down and engineer this kind of weapon to harm the Darfurian in such way that they cannot say nothing after this. And they know that the moral issue in Sudan is very important and valuable. So a woman who been raped is preferred to commit a suicide than to stay alive for her life. That's the way how the Sudanese government targeting the Darfurian community in a very sensitive way that they know it will affect their life for entire time being life. So what we need from the international workers and international community and a superpower as the United States of America, I mean, I'm sure or 100% positive a phone call from the US administration will stop a genocide in Darfur if they willing to do so. But unfortunately not, because there is under table business or deal going on between US and the Sudanese government. And the Sudan government with the other, include Nigeria, which we just, Professor Reeves spoke about. And when we talk about the African Union here in this term, the African Union, it became same like other human rights advocacy group or any international aid workers. They only report the incidents and something which happened in front of them. They don't have that mandate to protect civilians in the ground, and many things happen in front of them. They just pick up the pen and they report that there is something happened, killings in that village or burning down the other village, or a massive rape in front of eyes just occurred in somewhere else. So we need a real international intervention to stop a genocide first, stop killing, and after that we can punish those who are responsible about the atrocities and crimes against humanity which had been committed in Darfur. 8 months we've been debate with the High Human Rights Commission in the UN what's going on in the Darfur, if it is a genocide or not, and they just said a crime against humanity. So when there is a crime against humanity, some people should raise some issues and should do something. The UN, I mean, maybe there is some expert knows better than me why the UN don't want to act in a responsible manner way in the Darfur, because the UN had been very politicizing, and they cannot do the job should be done to the human being in general, and especially when there is a region affected by such horrific tragedy. And I don't just want to go further than that. If there is any answer, I will be